So Todd, you've spent in some form or another for the past probably almost 2 decades, you've been involved in academia.
Yeah.
Whether it's been part-time as a professor or now full-time as the dean and such. How do you feel this has helped prepare you for the role that you've been elected to, that you're going to assume in January?
Yeah, great question. I mean, I started teaching preaching and a bit of liturgy, and so it helped me prepare for this role in terms of learning more about those central ministry tasks, which you do in whatever position you're in. But later on, it really has been, the mission of the Faculty of Theology is to prepare leaders, lay, and clergy for work in the church. So you're constantly talking to people, learning about what the church needs, what leadership is, how things evolve. So it's kind of my job to be thinking about it all the time without other responsibilities as a professor in the Faculty of Theology, but especially as the dean. So that's been very helpful. I've learned a lot about how organizations work elsewhere, have a bit of a view of the church from not the outside, but a different angle. I find that's probably going to be helpful. And honestly, the office stuff, the way organizations get healthy and stay healthy, is helpful things to know.
As you look forward, there's always in every election, and this is normally a secular thing, but they always talk, what is your first 100 days going to look like once you are consecrated? So what can we look forward to as your first days as bishop?
Yeah, well, the first part of it is I mean, in terms of liturgical season, is Epiphany and Lent into Easter. So part of me just thinks like that. That's that time of the year. That will be the nature of what's going on. Worshiping will have a certain flavor. There'll be a time of repentance and learning and turning to God, which is all a wonderful way to begin anything. So there is that. I've got a lot of learning to do. I've been close to people who've had Episcopal ministry, but I have never done it myself, so I'll be learning from the people around me. There are areas of the diocese I know less well than others. Our Indigenous brothers and sisters, I'll be going to them right away to learn about their lives more deeply. And honestly, I'm gonna get organized by others in a way that helps meet the needs of the role. The other thing I think that's important to do right away will be to have a really clear idea about some of the priorities, some of the things that I won't be getting at right away, and communicate that clearly. But at this point, I'm not sure what those are.
So we just want to sort of think about the day, right? When you arrived here this morning, we went through the worship service, and following the worship service, the first ballot. Was there a point in time during the day where you felt, but before the final ballot and the announcement, was there a time when you felt like this is happening?
Well, it's interesting how reality sets in a variety of ways, and it's not your imagination anymore. It's not your hopes or whatever. I would have to say that early this morning, I woke up earlier than I normally do. There was a nervousness and excitement that helps set you up to realize that it's an important day in your life and in many other people's lives. But just watching the results, I didn't want to feel sure about anything. You feel a little uneasy until I'd actually seen it. That's a self-protective thing that I do. But probably after the second ballot, I thought the likelihood had gone up. And I said to Kevin, who I was with, I got to try to stay out of my head, because I tend to do that. I tend to start thinking through everything because I want to enjoy it. I want to look back on it as a moment that really was a boost for all of us.